I give people permission to clip my stuff and use it. We're going to talk about as many people involved as possible that I have information about. We're going to talk about some very unlawful activity. We're going to talk about some people who need to be taught a little bit of a lesson. And I've got messages for conventions. I've got messages for conventions about the reality of the scum that they're dealing with. The absolute disgusting piles of fucking garbage that they're dealing with. Pardon my English. These people are trash. They are trash. Report me to the bar, you pathetic piles of garbage. But you are terrible humans, and you know it. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how bad you are. No more kid gloves with you babies. Okay, we're naming names. We're going to talk about everything about you. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Here's the story. I've had to do something for 5 days that I hate. I hate it. I hate it. For 5 days, I have been asked to sit on information. Okay? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Transparency, openness, honesty is integrity. But for 5 days, I was asked to sit on information on a promise. On a promise. And I'm not the only one. There's at least one other guy out there who has significantly similar information to me. And he's been sitting on it too. For 5 days. All right? I don't like doing this. I don't like having to withhold information from you guys because you guys deserve to know. The public, the fans, the convention goers deserve to know what's going on behind the scenes. These weasels, what they're doing behind the scenes. But I was asked to wait. I was asked to wait and to let Kamea-Khan make the announcement. So there's your first character in this story, and it's Kamea-Khan. Kamea-Khan, the one about Dragon Ball. The one that invited Vic Mignogna first, before any other voice actors. That one. The one that disinvited Vic Mignogna when Ron Toye and Monica Rial and Chris the Weasel Sabat, you scumbag pile of trash, hiding in the background, lurking in the shadows, telling everyone they're friends. You are the nastiest piece of work of this whole bunch. You are Ron Toye is just your little bitch gimp, and you know it. Listen, these guys, here's how sad Ron Toye is. This guy is cucked by Monica, by Chris Sabat, because he does the talking for them. He breaks the bad news so that they're insulated. They're insulated. Chris Sabat, he's running errands for Chris Sabat. And he probably thinks that no one knows that. His little shame is hidden. His little shame is hidden behind Chris Sabat. What I'm told. I'm going off of sources. I have a source inside Kamea-Khan. Inside Kamea-Khan. You thought this wouldn't get out? You thought that your activities behind the scenes, bullying a con owner into thinking about canceling conventions for the fans. They're not for you. They're for the fans. You think that it wouldn't get out. You thought that it wouldn't get out. Not just once. Because, I mean, they did it once. They did it once. If Vic gets to go, we're not going. I'm sorry. He's under contract. He's under contract. A signed piece of paper. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. Not in escape the long arm of Texas law. That's tortious interference. You don't get to lie about Vic Mignogna to the convention owner of Kamehacon. You don't get to lie about what you're going to do to Vic Mignogna, to the convention owner, to force him to break a contract. That is tortious interference. Monica, Sabat, Toye, none of you have the privilege to do that. None of you have privilege in the contract between Vic Mignogna and Kamehacon. You're third parties. You're not even third-party beneficiaries. You're not privileged to interfere with that contract. And you're definitely not privileged to lie about it and to force this guy's hand. But you did. Something like 4 or 5 weeks ago you did, and he dropped Vic. He dropped Vic on your words. Your words that never materialized, did they? Did they? We know what you said, you idiots. So, let me make this clear. Let me make this doubly clear because I know what you're going to accuse me of. This information comes from inside Kamehacon. I'm not getting this information from Vic. I'm not getting information from Ty. This comes straight from the party. You think all of these people are on your side when you're arrogant, vile bullies? You think they're on your side when you bully them into an illegal position? When you bully them into breach of a contract? When you threaten their business that they put all the work into and you come along and try and dictate their contracts? You think they're on your side? They're not. So 4 or 5 weeks ago, Kamehacon drops Vic Mignogna. Okay, so did everybody else. Didn't know it at the time, but Vic was under contract. So, let's just say Rial, Sabat, Soye, Shane, you disgusting vermin, Shane. They lie. They go ahead and straight up lie to the owner of Kamehacon. Flat out lie. This is going to happen. They know it can't happen. They've admitted on social media specifically that they know this won't happen, but they lied to him. So he dropped him. It doesn't happen because you know you can't make it happen, you liars. So it doesn't happen. So what next? Well, looks like the owner of Kamehacon had a change of heart. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Maybe it was nice petitions from fans. I don't know. What I do know is that the owner of Kamehacon 5 days ago had a change of heart. And he said, we're going to bring back Vic Mignogna. Because these other people, I guess because the other people lied to him. Seems like a good reason to not breach a contract is when you find out the other people are lying to you. So he says we're going to bring back Vic. 5 days ago, I wanted so bad. When I heard this, I said, please, please, please let me tell this story. Everyone's going to be excited. And they're like, we're kind of worried about the response. Everyone's going to be excited. Everyone will support Kamehacon 100%. Vic's fans will throw all of the support. They will drown out the criticism. Because the critics, I don't know if anybody notices, but the critics are on life support right now. They are on life support. They are embarrassingly bad at this. They can't manage their own stupidity. They can't manage each other's stupidity. These are barely functional human beings. If that. They're on their marketing campaign is on life support. They have no voice in public. They've privated their accounts. They're hiding in any corner that they can. Nobody's liking their stuff. No one's sharing their stuff. No one believes these people. Not a single person outside of these little, like, terrified convention circuits. No one that they don't have leverage over believes these people. Not a single person, because they are so disgustingly bad at their messaging. And they have just it's built on lies. Of course they're bad at it. What are they going to do? You can only work so hard with a false story. And it's over and over and over again. One question throws these people into straight into Charybdis, right? Straight into Charybdis. They got nothing. They can't stand up to one question. Why would you ask for evidence? How dare you? Well, why do you think? You've destroyed a man's life. They can't do anything right. They can't do anything right. And yet, I'm trying to tell these people, please let us tell the story. You'll have thousands, tens of thousands of people supporting you. Tomorrow, the second they hear that you are standing up for Vic, you'll have thousands of people supporting you tomorrow that were neutral or worse today. Because you're doing the right thing. That's all anybody wants. Do the right thing. Honor a contract. If we're not honoring contracts, what even are we? No, please wait. We're going to announce it. We're going to announce it. Okay? Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait. Won't announce it. Waiting. Next day. 4 days ago. Get an interesting conversation. Yeah, he's, the owner of Kamehameha's gotten a lot of pressure. What do you mean pressure? Rial and Sabat. Rial and Sabat. Interfering again. You think we can't show malice on this, you idiots? Rial and Sabat. Let me say it again. Rial and Sabat. That snake behind the scenes Sabat. Yet again. If Vic comes, we don't go. Hey, that's their problem, buddy. They're under contract to show up. They're under contract to show up. What's their exit clause? Is it, I don't like Vic Mignogna, so I get to exit? If it's not, you've got a case. I know a great attorney in Texas. I know great attorneys all over the place, man. Even if you don't want to deal with the beard, I can put somebody else in there. Don't let these people bully you. It's your show. It's not their show. It's your show for the fans, not for them. They're a shiny dongle. That's it. They're nothing. They're replaceable, for God's sakes. How many voices of Goku do you have coming to this convention? You have more than one voice of Vegeta. Sabat? Who cares? But anyway, Sabat and Rial. Let me say it again. Sabat and Rial. Vic comes, we don't go. Peace. That's my answer. Later, you'll be paying us damages on that contract. I mean, you're going to cause us loss not being there. But, you know, that's your problem. See ya. Make them. Do you know how much these guys are going to make? Do you know how much they're going to make this weekend at Kamehameha? Not this weekend. The weekend of Kamehameha. Sabat he's going to walk away $40,000. He's going to walk away with 20 to 40 grand in a weekend because it's a Dragon Ball convention and he's Vegeta and Piccolo. Bulma, she's going to walk away with $9, $10 because no one wants to see her. Jokes, of course. Are they really going to throw that away? They're on life support. Their messaging is gone. They know. They have to know Japan doesn't like this. They have to know that they're damaging one of Japan's most important brands. They're not going to throw away the money. Make them do it. Make them do it. Because they're not going to throw away the money. They need it. They've got lawsuits coming. They need money. But they say they're not going to do it. So he's waffling. So I'm like, oh, great. Fantastic. All this behind the scenes. Happening in real time. You guys don't get to know. Sorry. Schemmel. Oh, no, not Schemmel. Sabat. I don't know. Schemmel could be involved. Sabat and Rial working behind the scenes against the fans. It's not against Vic anymore. It's against you. They so hate you. And me. They hate Vic. We just want him to apologize and get better. No, you don't. You want him dead. You want him dead. This stuff kills people. It puts them in the ground, and you know it. You knew it. You knew it when you did it. Oh, we're still his friends. We'll welcome him back with open arms if he just goes out and apologizes for all the rapes we've accused him of. They hate him, but they hate you more. They hate conventions more. It's disgusting. These people see, they're like, what was that? That congressman that asked if they could keep the public out because of the smell? That's how they regard the fans, the people who this is all about. That's the only explanation. Because the fans want to see Vic. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people want to see Vic Mignogna. It's demonstrated over and over and over again. Just take a glance at YouTube. Take a glance at Twitter. You'll see where people want to be. They want to see Vic. They want to see him as the title character of one of the biggest anime releases that has happened ever in the US. They want it. That's what they want. But Rial and Sabat don't want it. Oh, and their little errand boy, little Hermes Soye. Of course. You know, he doesn't want it either. But he doesn't have agency, right? He's being bossed around by his woman. He's being bossed around by his woman's keeper, Chris Sabat. Soye doesn't even have agency in his own life. Yeah, I'll send an email. Yeah, I'll tell him you guys won't come. Yeah, right? How's that working for you? Doing someone else's work. Someone else is defending your wife harder than you are, but they're making you be the errand boy for it. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But okay. Sabat and Rial. So this guy, he says, I think I can't bring Vic back. Again, yeah, that's where we are. Well, then something else happens. And I don't have all the info, but something else happens. And the guy straightens up. He says, no, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to have Vic because these guys can't make me break a contract or whatever it was. We're going to have Vic. We're going to have him here. We'll announce it Tuesday. Today. Well, I guess technically yesterday. For some of you. For me. Tuesday. We'll announce it. Please don't say anything until Tuesday. So Tuesday comes. Where's the announcement? Nothing. Silence. Where's the announcement? Nothing. Silence. Then I find out that for 3 hours, roughly 3 hours, Sabat, Rial, blowing up this guy's phone. Threat after threat after threat. Blowing up this guy's phone. Don't bring... I hope they're doing it over text. Man. Hope that doesn't come out in Discovery. Vic comes, we don't go. That's textbook TI, folks. That is textbook. 3 hours. Can you imagine? All this guy's trying to do is put together a convention. He's like, what, less than a month out? He's got a million things to worry about. He's got vendors to deal with. He's got fans to deal with. He's got people asking questions. And he has to spend 3 hours of his day managing 2 unhinged lunatics screeching and shrieking at him. By the way, from what I've heard, none of that from Vic's side. No pressure, no intimidation. That's what I've heard. All of it from the subhuman monsters on the other side. All of it. But, you know, Sabat's important, right? Sabat's got his own little recording studio. Sabat's got Funimation's ear. I hope Funimation's not involved in this. Hopefully they're independent actors here. I can only assume that this implicates Sabat's studio. Wouldn't it be nice to go after those assets instead of Sabat's assets? 3 hours. 3 hours this guy just pounds on him. They just pound on him. 3 hours. Now I hear... Let's see, what's the last update I got? I don't want to get this wrong. I'm not going to show it on the screen. Can't do that. Can't do that. But let's see what happened. Let's see. One of the last updates I got suggested that the owner was not going to do KamehaCon anymore. That's what they've done to this guy. That's what they've done to this guy. I can't deal with this. I don't think I can do this anymore. Think about that. Think about that. They so badgered this guy for hour after hour after hour that he broke. He broke. Absolutely wild. I've heard some funny things too about Shane. I don't want to get too far into him. But I know he's involved in this too. Directly. Anybody find it odd? I mean, I didn't, because I knew this, and I would. I'm pretty pissed off. As I tell you, 5 days ago, I'm like, please let me get support for you. Let me bring people to support KamehaCon. Let me do it. We'll drown out these people. We'll drown them out. They got nothing. They've got no backbone. They've got no support. All they have is the threat of them not showing up. And you have to imagine that is them not only lighting tens of thousands of dollars on fire, but also facing lawsuits from KamehaCon. That's what they risked. Oh, and having all of this happen. Having it obviously exposed who was behind it. That's what they risked by not coming. Of course they were going to show up. Of course they were. It's dollar signs to them. It's dollar signs. Of course they were going to show up. It's just math. They need money. All they had was the leverage of the threat, and they most likely couldn't even pull it off. So I wanted to tell you 5 days ago, on the other side of this table are people who are leveraging force, lies, threats, deceit, breaking laws, slander, libel, tortious interference, conspiracy. Monica and Sabat. It's a conspiracy. Add in Shane, except you need someone else because Shane isn't a person. So if you don't have two people, you can't have conspiracy. So Shane's just an accessory, like a purse or whatever. Probably a musty purse, but that's what it is. So, but you've got Rial and Sabat. That is civil conspiracy. Acting in concert to tortiously interfere with a contract. To defame and slander someone. They're using unlawful behavior, threats, and shrieking. Shrill, high-pitched, 10 octaves up shrieking. Because you know it. That's the other side. That's what convention owners face. From one side, they face professionalism. They face courtesy. They face YouTubers who get this information, being asked to sit on it and saying okay. Saying okay. But the other side is pound, pound, pound. Force, thug tactics. You can still do the right thing. You can bring Vic. Make them do it. The fans will understand. They'll always understand when one party has been threatening and abusing you. By the way, what they did to you is likely harassment under the law, especially if they did it to your phone. They can't actually do what they did. So not only does Vic have a cause of action against them for tortious interference, defamation, but you do too. You don't deserve to be harassed by these scumbags. And neither does any other con owner, by the way. Neither does any other con owner. This intimidation garbage, the fans will back you up. Make the people flexing on you put up. See if they do it. See if they do it. Because they won't. How can they? It's their income. It's where all their money comes from. You guys are giving them a platform. You guys are running the business, not them. My source inside Kamehacon been very, very reliable. Very reliable. Maybe they can do the right thing. The right thing, of course, is to honor your contracts on both sides. By the way, I don't think any of us are asking for you to not have Sabat or Rial there. You know who is asking you to not have Sabat and Rial there? Sabat and Rial. Think about that. Think about who's going after you. To my knowledge, no one has asked you to drop anybody. We've only asked you to just bring Vic. Because that's who the fans want to see. This is, you know it. You're a con owner. You're a fan too. It's the community's hobby. The community wants it. These people are taking it away from the community. And they're taking it away from you. And they're taking it away from Vic. And if they don't get their way, they're threatening to take their ball and go home. How pathetic are these people? Like children. Like children. But also like children, will they really take their ball and go home? And when they go home, they don't get to play. Are they going to do it? They're going to throw away money? Just light it up? Light it on fire? They're lighting your money on fire. But I don't think they're going to light their own on fire, right? Think about who you're dealing with. The Kick Vic side has been nothing but good. Hey, I gotta tell you this. Let me pull up an email. I got from a convention owner who hosted Vic. Just what? A weekend or two ago? Hold on, I got an email from a convention owner to other convention owners, but she was kind enough to send it to me. She asked me to obscure her name. Many of you will probably know who it is just because of the convention. But this is a convention owner's email to other convention owners. All right? And I am releasing this with permission from the person who sent it. Or anyone accuses me of anything untoward, I specifically asked. I said, can I share this? Would you like me to do anything? She said, obscure my name, please. And I said, okay. I am convention owner of Central PA Comic Con in Harrisburg / Hershey, Pennsylvania, and Rock Con in Rochester, New York. Vic Mignogna has been at my Rochester, New York show 6 times to rave reviews and lots of requests for him to return from fans. They love him and they show up to have fun and show support. March 9th and 10th, 2019 was Central PA, Pennsylvania, Central Pennsylvania Comic Con. It was Vic's first time with us at this event. Although we received some emails of concern, I continued with the booking based upon my past experience. The weekend was fun and uneventful regarding anyone protesting or being not nice. It was fine. There were 0 issues. Let me say that again. There were 0 issues. Convention owners, I implore you. It's all kayfabe. It's all flexing. But it's synthol, baby. They got nothing. They got soy arms. They got nothing over you. Because you're providing them the platform to make their living. They're going to walk out on that now. They're going to risk breaching contracts now. There are no issues. Vic went to a different convention a couple weeks ago, I believe. I think. No issues. No issues. The threats are hollow. People aren't going to do anything. You've got security there. Your big convention. What is Sabat going to go start a fist fight with Vic? You know Vic's not going to do anything. Vic has issued one statement since lawyering up. One statement. Just to let people know he lawyered up. You think, he's going to go, is he going to go start violence? The Kick Vic side, who desperately just want to see, or not the Kick Vic side, the Stand With Vic side, who desperately just want to have Vic show up at conventions and be able to work again because of the false allegations against him. You think they're going to start violence? Who's likely to start violence? Think about it. The people who've been calm, the people who've been measured, the people who have done what you've asked, or the people who bully and pressure you? Who do you who's the real problem here? And you're capitulating to the problem. Like, look, we understand, man. You just want to run a con. We do. We get it. We get it. That's why I think people still need to support you, because what happened to you isn't fair. Not fair for you to deal with that. It is not fair at all. It is illegal. You shouldn't have to deal with that. We know that. We've been saying this whole time. Running people out of jobs, messing with their business is wrong. It's a fundamental principle of business that you don't mess with someone else's business unless you're just competing with them and winning because you're a better product. That's it. But trying to leverage against contracts against some poor convention owner, that's out of the game. That's why you can sue people for it. The only thing standing between Vic and Kamea are Sabat, Rial, Soye, Shane, and whoever else is working with them. That's it. That's the reality, folks. Because the convention owner has tried to bring him back twice and has been hammered relentlessly by these villains. Hammered relentlessly by these villains behind the scenes, slithering in the background. That's it. That's what's standing in the way. That's what's standing between Vic's fans and Kamea. A pack of garbage people. Fans got your back. No one cares. Like, let me be brutally honest here. The overwhelming majority of people don't care about Vic versus those other people who voice some characters that I've seen somewhere. Funny thing, if Sabat doesn't show up, you've got another Vegeta. Most people probably wouldn't even know the difference. Conventions are absolutely victims in all of this. Here they get flooded with lies, and I mean, I can confirm lies, direct lies about Vic from his friends. Really the best friends. Absolutely tremendous. From his friends lying to keep him out. But the convention owners don't know, right? Well, they're his friends. Why would they lie about it? Why would they lie about it? I guess, what do I do? They made this decision. Think about when they made these decisions originally, right? They made them weeks ago. They made them before the GoFundMe. They made them before they saw the groundswell of fan support. You're not my army. Don't do what I say, but please be respectful and humble if you want to help Vic. I mean, that's how conventions, we got to talk to them in positive ways because they're getting only negative from the scum on the other side. They're getting only negative. So I'm going to post positive and encouraging things. I hope conventions start taking him back. We saw what some of them are. Some of them are Shane, right? Some of them are Shane. Some of them are pathetic losers, like Shane. Who'll go and lie about people and try and leverage against them, right? Shane has all the inside info. He knows what's going on behind the scenes. He's seen a contract, right? Shane the liar. The guy who would lie about inviting Vic to a convention to thousands of people. 100,000 people, Shane, have seen you lie. 100,000 people. That's something, by the way, conventions out there who may have contact with Shane. 100,000 people watch Shane lie. 100,000 people watch that man embarrass himself, probably soil himself, and definitely soil that chair. 100,000 people were embarrassed by that. Is that the guy you want to work with? You could wring that guy out and cook vegetables in the grease that comes out of that thing. Gross. Absolutely disgusting. But that's what's going on behind the scenes, guys. Shane got embarrassed by Shane. You're right, that was one of the worst decisions of your life, you idiot. Tim Forsyth 89 says, kid gloves are off now. They are. They are. I'm done with these people. I'm done with them. Absolutely done with them. I will expose everything I can about the other side because they are subverting the fans. And that is disgusting. That is disgusting. And it's lies. Guys, they just don't like him. I don't know if I can impress that upon you enough. They know they've got nothing. They just don't like him and lied to him about it for years. For years. Ugh. Sinrius Asari says, Khan should never tolerate blackmail. It's abuse. Absolutely. It's blackmail. It's extortion. I mean, we're talking criminal activity here. Literally, criminal activity. But, you know, it's fine. Ben Cheever says, I think they promised Vic would admit and repent. Yeah, that's what they said. They don't mean it. They, of course, don't mean it. They want him to say sorry, and then they want to bury him in history. These people are so screwed. Fear the beard, Vic kicks back. I wouldn't piss off these snakes. Or piss on these snakes if they were on fire. Boycott Funimation. Zakinator 2011. Emperor Ricada declares a full exterminatus against Kick-Vic. Let me talk about Funimation. Hey, Evan Stone. Hey, Evan Stone of Funimation. Yoo-hoo. You guys are still watching over at Funimation. What are you doing? Letting your voice actors... I mean, I know they're independent contractors and you don't care about them, but... you have more than an independent contractor relationship for voice acting with Chris Sabat. This guy is out. This guy is out messing with an employee that you fired. Do you think that Beard and Harris can't peg that on you? What are you thinking? Letting them run with this? Are you out of your mind? Or are you in on it? Evan, I know for a fact that you know this is not a good idea. Because you're not an idiot. You know that what Sabat and Rial is doing is damaging Funimation's brand. That's probably against the contract that you probably wrote for them, isn't it? I mean, they're causing massive damage to Funimation. You have to know it. You have to see the social media response to Funimation. You have to know. People are unsubscribing from Funimation and paying me money on Patreon. That's how bad Funimation is in right now. That should never happen. That should never happen if your message isn't off point. These people are burying your prospects. They're damaging your relationships with Japan. You should be on the phone to these idiots. Maybe you have been. And if you have, I wonder, I really am curious what you're going to do. How could you tolerate this? This is definitely adverse to Funimation's interests. Like, they should have cease and desist letters. I mean, if I was in your shoes, these people would be shut up or gone immediately. What are they thinking? Like, what are you thinking? They're replaceable. Holy cats. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe you've done something. But I mean, I'm telling you, Evan, you probably don't know that your employees have spent the past several days bullying a convention owner behind the scenes to keep another voice actor out. A voice actor who made you a lot of money, by the way. I mean, whether you fired him or not. Like, you should be mitigating these damages. I think maybe, Evan, you have a duty, or Funimation I should say, has a duty to mitigate further damages against him. I'm not a Texas law expert. You'll know the answer to that. But you might have a duty that you are breaching if you're not trying to manage and mitigate those damages caused by... I mean, you certainly have a duty to Funimation, but Funimation may have a duty to Vic to mitigate the damages because you guys know a lawsuit's coming. And you're allowing your employees to run rampant. I mean, a Texas court is... That independent contractor status is tenuous. Tenuous before someone who makes hiring and firing decisions like Sabat is considered a vice principal. tortiously interferes with a contract to the point where we could prove it, man. I could prove it, and I'm not Beard and Harris. I can prove it. I know they can prove it. I could make a very convincing argument, and I haven't even seen your contracts with them. Funimation, you gotta wrap that in. Wrap that in. Kural Scar says, so what did Sabat threaten would happen? All I've heard, heavy threats that never materialized. Lies, threats, and then of course threatening that he wouldn't show up, that Rial wouldn't show up, that other Funimation voice actors. Yeah, you heard that, Evan. You heard that, Funimation. Sabat is saying that other Funimation voice actors. This is what I hear. What I hear. Caveat. I hear from my source that he is saying that other Funimation actors are going to bail as well. Kind of sounds like Funimation's in on it. Might want to tamp that down. Maybe. Ricky Kato says, well, let's get Team 4-Star to take over for voicing Dragon Ball Super. Sabat is donezo. Guys, what would it take? What would it take, honestly? I think we could crowdfund a studio. Put Vic on it, put competent management in, and run them into the ground. I think that could happen. I think the community would be happy to have someone who doesn't suck as much as Funimation. Pulling content and competing. I bet they could pay him better. Holy cats. Let's see. I'm going to think about that one. I think that might be worth pursuing. Brammerhammer says we should all contact Kamehacon to bring Vic back. Any contact that you do, please be polite, professional, and respectful. This guy, Kamehacon, got boned here by some real big boners. I'm rolling with it. By some massive pricks. Yeah, that's it. That's it. This guy got screwed over. This guy got put in an impossible situation. He got pounded into the ground by a shrieking horde. We can't be that. We can't be that. So if you're gonna contact Kamehacon, be peaceful, be respectful, realize what this guy's gone through. Man, Chris Larimore says they're also extorting Kamehacon. Disgusting. Yes, absolutely. Killer Critic says, how much time do you think these liars should do? Time, I don't know. They just, everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know who is doing this. Because here's what was gonna happen. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about these pieces of trash. Here's what was gonna happen probably tomorrow or the next day. Why do you think I'm streaming tonight? Here's what was gonna happen. They were going to say, I guarantee you, scumbags like Shane, vile vermin like Sabat and Rial were going to say, Vic tried to force Kamehacon to bring him back, and Kamehacon resisted because Vic is guilty. Of course, that was coming. Why do you think Shane wanted on my show yesterday? Why do you think Shane is calling me out on Twitter? How embarrassing it must be to have Shane as your mouthpiece. How embarrassing it must be to have Shane as the voice of your movement. But that pile of garbage is wrapped up in this too. He has close personal ties to staff at Kamehacon. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Shane has close ties to those scumbags. Wait. I worded that wrong. That scumbag has close ties to Kamehacon. I'm so pissed off. So yeah. So Shane, most likely, this is my speculation, of course. Shane knew this was going on. Is it coincidence that yesterday Shane unblocks me? Says he wants round 2. Why would he do that? Is it because he knew it was going to happen today? You think? Problem is, I don't think Shane thought I knew what was going to happen today. Shane probably didn't think that I had a contact, that I had a source inside of Kamehacon. So that was the narrative, y'all. That's what they were going to do. You know, Vic tried to worm his way into Kamehacon. He tried to threaten his way into Kamehacon, but you know, but they resisted because they know what's going on, right? That was your little narrative. You biggest brains on the planet. So smart. Would have been smarter to just get a lawyer weeks ago when I told you to, but you know, instead you do this. So that's why we're here. That's why we're here tonight. That was the plan. They're going to try and weaponize this against Vic because they know they've got nothing. They've got no momentum. They've got no movement. They've got nothing. They can bully a poor con guy. They can bully him into letting Vic go. They can bully him into an unlawful breach of contract. That's fine. They can extort him. And then try and use that for their own aims. Labyrinth 9000 says, what threats do you think Rial and Sabat sent? The ones I know they sent her is if he doesn't come, or if he comes, I don't come. That's what I know. The other threats, have to tell you, I can tell you that they did not materialize. I can tell you that there were threats made that did not materialize. Details I can't tell you. I'm sorry. Sorry. If I could, I would. If I knew him, I would. I know who knows him. They're the ones saying that we are threatening and doxing and harassing people, and they're the ones actually doing it. They're the ones actually doing it. Not just Kamehacon, of course, that they're doing it too. They've been trying to do it to Anime Matsuri. Frankly, Anime Matsuri knows the score. They know the score. But they've been trying to get Anime Matsuri to drop Vic forever. Thank goodness they're standing up. Of course, now they're smearing Anime Matsuri, right? You saw that blue-haired gourd tweeting to me about this some legal claims against Anime Matsuri from a while back. Yeah, that's a smear. That's a good one. Go after Anime Matsuri and flex on them. You know, the mayor of Houston comes out to Anime Matsuri. It's you think they need to back down to you? You dying Twitter thought. Ethan Amante, I'm truly disgusted by this. Amaranth, if you're listening, Kamehacon, listen. These people are paying money for me to say supportive messages to you. Who's paid money for a negative one? I would read it in a heartbeat. They don't. Because they don't care. It's all fake. They have no support. They're lying to you constantly about the fans. They're lying to you about social media. Just look. Just open your eyes and look. We're on your side. We're on the side of the cons. We're on the side of the fans. We're even on the side of those losers still being at the same convention. Because we're not asking you to drop anybody. They're the only ones threatening that. Amaranth84 says, hope all the cons that have been threatened by Team Soy send the evidence to the beard. If only just to help Vic's case. Me too. Send it to me. Send it to me. I will put them on blast. I will read. Just send me their texts. I will read them. I'll read them on the air. I will never disclose who you are. I will read their texts aloud. We will bury them. We will bury them. Put it out there. Put it out there for the world to see who these people are. Send me the texts. Kamehacon, send me the texts. Show them what you had to deal with. Send them to me. Daniel Dawson says, just out of curiosity, what are the chances of a summary judgment in Vic's case? Huge, huge, huge. All their statements are public. What are they going to dispute? Massive chance of summary judgment. And would it be a good strategy to pursue? Absolutely. Absolutely. You're gonna get their statements. You're going to get them from Twitter or wherever. You're going to get all these statements. You're going to put them in deposition. You're going to make them admit to every defamatory or tortiously interfering statement that they made. You're going to make them do it in deposition for hours and hours and hours, just reading them their own tweets. Make them lie about it or make them admit to it. If they admit to it, summary judgment. If they lie about it, perjury, sanctions, then summary judgment. Big Red Bear says, I'm genuinely sad to hear about Sabat's involvement. It's been from the start. Man, it's been from the start. It's been from before Broly. Before Broly, Sabat was doing this. Been from the start. But here it is, manifest in front of you. You guys needed to know what was going on. Can't have this stuff going on behind the scenes. Can't have it. No way. That's why this community is unprepared for this lawsuit. Because this backroom twisting and blacklisting and gossip circle has gone on for too long. It's been exposed. It's been exposed by what's happening to Vic. It's been exposed by subhumans like Shane. Been exposed. There's a ring of people behind ruining lives, ruining business, ruining fan encounters. No more. Nuh-uh. Can't let this crap go on. It's only because they've been such an insular community, and it's only because the publications have had such strong ties to the community that they fear blacklisting. Well, guess what, baby? I got no ties to this community. Nobody, no convention can tell me what to say. No convention can intimidate me by keeping me away. No voice actors can flex on me. I'm happy to tell everything. If you need a mouth, you need a mouthpiece. Because what's going on can't go on. In the business world, these people would be put out of business yesterday. It's only because they're in a fandom that they're still around.